This video will demonstrate how to assemble the frame for the Rebco Storefront door system. The purpose of this guide is to show how each component connects together to form a complete, ready-to-install door frame assembly. The frame has already been unboxed, so let's begin by reviewing what's included and how each piece fits together. You'll find three main pieces: the hinge jamb, the strike jamb, and the frame head. Inside the frame head, you'll also find the 4-inch threshold, packaged securely for protection. If you take a close look at the frame head, you'll notice the pivot hinge hardware is already pre-installed from the factory. The head also includes the bottom floor pivot bracket, which connects at the base of the jamb and aligns perfectly with the threshold. This setup ensures both pivots stay in precise alignment once assembled. Now let's identify each piece. The jamb with the strike hole cutout is the strike jamb. Near the top, you'll see 6 pre-drilled holes, which indicate the top end. The other jamb, which has no strike prep, is the hinge jamb, also known as the pivot jamb. It also features 6 holes near the top for orientation. The frame head is the shorter horizontal piece and comes with the upper pivot hinge pre-installed. Lay out all the components on a flat, clean surface with the frame stop and weather strip facing upward. On both ends of the frame head, you'll see notches designed to accept the jamb extrusions. Slide each jamb into these notches until they are fully seated and flush with the head. Once everything is aligned, the pre-drilled screw holes will line up perfectly. This is where the Rebco frame assembly hardware will be used. In your hardware pack, you'll find screws for both the frame and pivot hinge assembly. For the head-to-jamb connections, use 6 screws total, 3 per side. Each screw threads into the reinforced channel inside the jamb extrusion. Start each one by hand to confirm alignment. Then tighten evenly to secure both corners of the frame. Next, install the bottom pivot assembly. This component aligns directly beneath the top pivot that's mounted in the head. Slide the bottom pivot bracket into the machined notch at the base of the jamb and fasten it using the supplied screws. The precise fit ensures correct pivot alignment and smooth door operation. On the opposite end of the frame, install the threshold support bracket in the same way. Slide it into its notch, align it flush, and tighten it securely. Now it's time to install the threshold. When you purchase a Rebco Storefront door system from Door Closers USA, the threshold arrives pre-notched, pre-drilled, and prepped for pivot hardware. This precision factory preparation eliminates the need for field cutting or notching, ensuring a fast, professional installation. If you've ever worked with standard extrusion thresholds, you know they often require on-site modification. With Rebco, everything is ready to fit perfectly right out of the box. On the pivot side, the threshold has 2 notches that align with the pivot hinge hardware. Slide the threshold beneath both jambs. There are 3 countersunk holes total, 2 on the pivot side and 1 on the strike side, for fastening it to the frame. Once the threshold is aligned, secure it using the provided screws. On the strike jamb side, you'll see a single notch near the top. Slide that end into its support bracket and tighten the screws. When complete, the frame and threshold assembly should feel sturdy, square, and properly aligned. During installation, you'll notice 3 countersunk holes in the threshold for floor anchoring. These allow you to fasten the frame securely to the substrate. Floor anchors are not included, as the proper anchors depend on the surface, concrete, tile, or other materials. Choose anchors suitable for your specific job site conditions. At this stage, your Rebco Storefront door frame is fully assembled and ready for glazing and door hanging.